Welcome to PV Magazine Live. This is Christian Roseland, America's editor at PV Magazine, and we're here at the Intersolar Europe trade show in Munich. I'm joined by Boris von Bormann, the CEO of Mercedes-Benz Energy Americas. Boris, thanks for having us.
Thank you, Christian. Good to see you again, and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Energy.
It's good to see you again as well, and thanks for having us here. So, Mercedes-Benz is obviously a very well-known brand globally, but now it's Mercedes-Benz Energy as well. Can you talk about the move into electric vehicles and batteries and why this is important at this time?
Well, the electric vision and the electric transportation from Mercedes-Benz is a key for the global brand. So Mercedes-Benz Energy is part of that. We're looking to have full 10 electric vehicles onto the market by 2025, and the global ecosystem around electrification is part of that. So storage plays a big part of it, charging plays a big part of it, we have smart home, solar, PV, electric generation through renewables is a part of it. So combining all of that is a key for the vision for the global brand.
Excellent. Now, Mercedes-Benz Energy is getting ready to launch a product into the USA market. Can you talk a little bit about why you're going into batteries in the United States at this time?
Of course, yeah. So the US is a key market in solar, as you know, right? So it's one of the largest markets in solar generation, and it's one of the key markets where, therefore, batteries could also play part of it. In addition to that, for global Mercedes, it's one of the key markets as well through our vehicles. So we're going to have a strong vehicle adaptation on electric vehicles. It's a strong solar market, and therefore batteries just make sense. There's further markets into self-consumption on solar where batteries have a big play. Infrastructure plays where we need to support electrification of transportation. So it just makes sense to now start rolling into that market for us as Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes-Benz Energy.
So Mercedes-Benz Energy recently signed a deal, a collaboration agreement with Vivint, one of the largest residential solar installers in the United States. Can you talk a little bit about this deal and how this works into the entire smart home concept?
Absolutely. So we looked at Vivint as one of the strong partners for us in the US market. We're looking for partners that have a quality aspect into them and have a strong focus on customer experience, because it's just what Mercedes-Benz stands for. And Vivint was able to provide that to us because they own their own installers, they own the sales channel, so they have full control over the customer experience. And that's one of the key things for us at Mercedes-Benz Energy, that we can deliver the Mercedes-Benz experience also to the end customer, and Vivint can provide that to us. In addition to that, they have a really good, strong footprint. You asked about the smart home integration. Smart home is one of the key parts also for the Vivint group. So they're looking at about over 1 million smart home customers throughout the United States, and they're operating in 50 states on that aspect. And so that we can provide into a whole total energy management system for a customer using smart home, batteries, solar, and then tying in the electric vehicle as well.
Sure. Now, you know, it's funny when we look at batteries, and particularly residential batteries, as we are talking about here, it occurs to me that oftentimes these are approached as accessories for the home and as part of the smart home vision, as part of the Solar Plus vision. But batteries can also provide a larger role on the grid to allow the integration of more renewable energy. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Of course. So there's several places how that can be functioned, right? So you can either aggregate systems that allow you to have them operate as a power plant, for example, through aggregation virtual power plants, but also just as an infrastructure play, which allows you to increase connection capacity, increase capacity onto the grid stabilization methods, demand response, as you know, is an issue in the United States, peak energy deliverable, and also in some of the markets, like markets as Hawaii, where you need load on the grid, right? There are certain times where you have an oversaturation of solar, and you simply need load on the grid, and batteries can provide part of that.
Fascinating. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about that you think is important for our viewers to know about what's going on with Mercedes-Benz and your global presence?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the key things for us is that this is an automotive battery. So it went through the rigorous testing, quality management, and qualification from a Mercedes-Benz brand to be delivered into the market. And in addition to that, you have a brand that's 135 years old that stands behind this brand. So a customer that purchases a Mercedes-Benz system, it's the same battery that drives around in the vehicle, and you know that's the same company that stands behind these systems. So you know that whatever happens, someone will be there to service it, someone will be there to support it, and the brand is going to be there to warrant your warranty. So that's one of the key parts of it. In addition to that, we're really looking at the whole ecosystem, so delivering best customer experience to the customer, to the end customer, and also helping utilities, helping municipalities to become more energy efficient, and also to provide the infrastructure to them.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, Boris.
Thank you so much for having me.